Hi, good evening all. Welcome to Blue and Gold Talk, the video on the channel. If you're new here, that is just random nightly talk about our beloved boys in the blue and gold. And we are going to see them on a 4-game homestand now. And we've got to get this thing, guys, off the ground. And we got to get it done soon. This can't linger. We can't have... we can't lose the first 2 games of this homestand and feel too good about where we're at. So we got to get going here. We just got to get this this plane off the ground and get going. And so the only way to do that, guys, is to get a win. Once we get a win, I'm hoping that the team looks united. I'm hoping the team is gelling together more and more. Don't forget, guys, different chemistry in the dressing room than last year. And I'm not blaming Clifton and Johnson. That's why we're losing. If you see paint, sorry, guys, I'm in the middle of a job. I'm going to go finish later on tonight, actually. I'm going to work on it tonight. And we've just got to get going. We've got to get this thing off the ground. We got to get this soon. And let's, to be honest, guys, this 4-game homestand is the most important homestand, I would say, since I've had this channel. This is really... It's going to mean a lot to a lot of us if the Sabres can go in there and just really look good on home ice, like a playoff team should, and get things really, really moving in the right direction. Now, things that you might not agree with, but I think we should do, is we've got to start giving a little more time to our top guys who aren't producing, the guys that aren't looking great. Let them play their way through it. This is what I think we should do in this homestand. Even if we lose, even if we lose a few games, we have to get the flow. We got to get we got to get the juices flowing in this team, guys. We can't do that by hoping it happens. We have to let them play into it. And it's not. I'm not too concerned. We're 0-2. Because of the way we look last game, but I'm more concerned about how losing can become a habit, which we all know too well. So let's just see if the boys can figure their way out and get winning again. Now, going into next game, I wouldn't start breaking up the lines because we're losing. No, I would. No, I keep our first line is our identity line. We got to keep that together, and those guys have to play more minutes. I would put those guys on the ice to the point of like 23, 24 minutes just to get them going if that's what it takes. And I know that's way too much time, but we've got to get them going. They have got to find their legs, and because we know that this team goes with our power play and our first line. If our first line's moving, it kind of trickles down into the other lines, the confidence. So I think it's really, really such an important homestand coming up. I know it's early in the season, but my goodness, could this set the tone, good or bad? If the Sabres go in and go 0-4 in these 4 games, imagine, like where we're at. We're starting in a complete hole to start the season all of a sudden. I told you I didn't like the way we looked in preseason, and I don't like the way we've looked so far, except the second half of last game. I liked what I seen. But I got to keep in mind that was the Islanders. Nothing against the Islanders, but it's an older team. They don't score much. They're not known to scoring many goals. So we have to take it to these teams coming in and establish that we are a playoff team early in this season and get the confidence going in that dressing room. And it's I'm excited still about the year. I am, but I'm a little nervous now because of the 0-2 start. It's a little nerve-wracking, and if we hit a rut all of a sudden, then there's going to be panic. I know how the fans are. They're going to panic, and I won't panic, but I'll be frustrated because, my goodness, are we going to look back at like an 0-5 start that cost us our season? I don't want that hanging over our head all year. So I want the Sabres just to win. Forget about the 0-2 thing and just get on it and get winning. Winning can be contagious too, guys. It really, really can be. So let's get this first win under our belt. We'll take it from there. Now, as I was talking about, I think we got to break down the minutes like a normal team does. That's a Stanley Cup contender, guys. I don't think we should have 4 lines splitting up all the minutes. I think we should have an established set amount of time and start putting that into play, regardless of how good, let's say, our third line's doing. Regardless, we've got to establish consistent, and that starts with the coaching. So I'm hoping that Granato does that and keep the pairs that you have a vision that you believe are going to work. Keep those pairs regardless how they're playing together. Just mix it up a bit maybe on the power play and things like that, of course. But I think right now, guys, we just got to get a win under our belt and everything will kind of settle down, really. So hopefully there's, I'm sure they've had a team meeting since they're 0-2. And I'm thinking also that we can't just sit there and hope that the other teams come in flat. We've got to establish our home ice as a pride thing with that logo on the ice. You know, this is something that, I'll tell you what, if we don't have a good team on home ice this year, we don't deserve to be a playoff team. We got to establish on home ice who we are in this league. Like, you come into Buffalo, this should not be a pleasant place to play. It shouldn't be. I can understand if the team went like a little over 500 on the road only during the season, but really, guys, we should be a team that's 20 games over 500 on our home ice. You know, this is kind of the way I look at it, like a crazy home team, you know. Now, I'm not talking, you know, or let's say 25, 27, 10, and 4 at home. Something to that effect, 17 games over. Something where when you go into Buffalo, the odds aren't good you're going to win. I don't think teams worry too much yet about playing on our home ice, obviously. And that needs to change. And that's the only thing that can change that is us. Sabres Approach has to be a deadly one on the home ice. That they not just want to win the fans back, they want to win, period. I don't care if there's one fan or 19,000. They have to learn that home ice, the logo, means more than anything when those other teams come in there to play. So I'm hoping, guys, that we're going to see something starting on this home trip. I don't want to just go 2-2. No, it's not good enough. They got to win minimum 3 out of these 4 games in regulation time, not even in extra time, in regulation. And I want to see a bunch of goals. I want to see the Sabres erupt. The team that we know can erupt again. Because, guys, there could, when I talk about taking a step backwards, okay, it could be offensively this year. That starts to cost us games. And because, you know, fans they see all the goals we scored last year and they're like, wow, we got this team that forever is going to score a lot of goals. Maybe not. Now, I know I picked them this year to have well over 300 goals, but what if they don't? What if they take a step backwards and score maybe 25 goals less this year? Then what happens? So we have to fix what we can that's in front of us, which is we're early in the year. We're not late in the year and we're like this close to a playoff spot again. No, we definitely hold our fate in our hands this year, guys. So let's go out there. Let's get on these 4 games, you know. And I don't want to deal with any stress. So I love nothing more than see the Sabres sweep out all these games. And then all of a sudden we're feeling good about everything. And the home ice record we're feeling good about too. So, all right. Done. And guys, I do want to mention, though, that this early start is going to dictate, I guess most of you know, what momentum we have going on our home ice for the season. I don't want to have to count on the road record this year. That might not, it's not going to happen like last year. We're not going to be as good on the road like last year. We'll be good, you know, but as good, I don't know. That's a bit of a stretch. The home record is what's going to dictate, I believe, if we get in or not this year. It's going to be up to this home record. So we got to get on this home trip. Okay, on this home stand, I should say. Keep calling it a trip. Home stand, because this is it. If we go, I don't want to get into like the loss part of it, but if we go and get into a funk early in the season on home ice, guys, it could, and it will cost us, I believe, at the end of the year. We've got to jump on these games in a nutshell. All right, I've yacked enough, guys. I got to get back upstairs. I got work to do. I'll see you guys for the pregame tomorrow. I'm not sure what time I'll throw that out there, but I will be on it. I won't forget. I'll see you guys then. Have a great day.